Hello, Anna, and everybody at Scream in Salvador. I'd far rather be in Salvador, in Bahia, than I would be here in London. It's freezing cold, and I'm looking forward to a breakaway in Latin America over the new year. So, first of all, happy Christmas, happy Hanukkah to all of you in Brazil, and a happy new year. And we're here at S4 Capital. You can see this is our boardroom here, our small boardroom in London. But as you know, within 1 year, we've crossed $1 billion in market cap, just over $1.1 billion to be precise. And we have 2,000 people in 26 countries. So it's been a very exciting first year for us. And needless to say, we have a very significant, at least significant for us, operation in Brazil and in Latin America and in South America. We're in Mexico, we're in Brazil, we're in Argentina, and shortly, I'm sure, we'll be even stronger in the continent, because as you know, I believe in South America, I believe in Latin America. It's one of the growth areas. Currently, 70% of our business at S4 Capital is in North and South America. So we're great believers. We think that despite the pressures on economic growth that we've seen since Lehman, actually, since about 2008, 2009, the opportunities in South America are huge. We know that South America has been taking off for a number of years, but we continue to believe in South America, despite some of the bumpiness that we see in various markets in South America. Basically, economic growth, nominal growth is strong because inflation is a little bit more than we see elsewhere in the world, and there's more wiggle room for our clients, and they have a little bit more pricing power, and there's a little less focus on procurement and finance. Having said that, Latin America and Brazil in particular is the home, in my mind, or one of the homes, of not only of creativity, but technological capability too. We see this continuously, whether it be in Sao Paulo or elsewhere in the region. There's tremendous young talent that is looking for opportunities and developing opportunities, particularly in the digital area. As you know, S4 Capital is totally focused on digital. We're not interested in traditional. We want to focus on four things. Firstly, digital, because that's where the growth is. In most markets, digital is growing at 20% and traditional is flat or down. So we believe on pushing on an open door. So that's number one. Number two, we have a model which is very powerful, particularly in the Brazilian ecosystem, digital ecosystem, of first-party data driving the creation of online digital content, advertising content, and the distribution through programmatic. And it's a continuous loop. It's an iterative process, rather than like an election date or an election campaign without an election date. So that's the second thing, this Holy Trinity model, Holy Trinity approach, which links first-party data with content and programmatic. The third principle is our tagline of faster, better, cheaper, or as our colleagues at Farwood, the largest digital agency in Silicon Valley, say, speed, quality, and value. We think you can have all three, and we think faster is critical in a digital, always-on world. Agility is critical, speed is critical. Better means understanding the digital ecosystem. That means Google, Facebook, Amazon, Tencent, Alibaba, Apple and Microsoft, Adobe, Oracle and Salesforce, IBM and SAP, ByteDance and Baidu, and Twitter and Snap. Those 16 companies are the companies in that ecosystem that we think we have to understand. And the fourth principle is a unitary structure. We think the traditional holding company model is not fit for purpose or for format. Too many silos dividing the company. What clients want is the best people working on their business. So those are the four principles. Those are the four principles that we've established in the things that we've been doing. And of course, in Brazil, in our content practice, represented by Media Monks, and in our programmatic practice, represented by Mighty Hive, we built a very strong operation there, and as I say, we're in the region as well, and South America and Brazil in particular are critical to our future development. As for younger people, the younger talent that we need, we basically believe that the industry is in better shape today than it's ever been. There's a tremendous amount of pessimism in the traditional part of the business. Where the optimism is in the growth part of our business, where that 20% growth, that digital operation or opportunity, which of the 500 billion in media around the world, which is the addressable market we're talking about 225 billion is digital, and that's growing at 20%. In our case, we're growing at 40 to 45% organically, excluding deals or mergers as we call them. So for young people, our industry is even more attractive in this digital revolution and transformation that we're seeing than it's ever been. The gap between ourselves and, say, McKinsey and Goldman Sachs, which was broader a few years ago, has narrowed as our industry has become a more important part of the digital economy. So have courage. This is tremendously attractive. This is a tremendously attractive opportunity for all people, all young people, those that have got talent from a creative point of view. It's creative in a much broader sense than we've ever seen before. Not the Don Draper Mad Men creative, it's a much broader creative opportunity, but there's opportunity for creative people. There's clearly opportunity for technology people, for nerds, and we see that particularly in Latin America as young people continue to explore opportunities. So we're very bullish about the future. We've had a great year as it closes in our first full year, particularly in our content and programmatic areas, and we think next year is extremely strong, and stand by for more developments in Latin and South America. So Happy New Year, Happy Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, etc. Enjoy yourselves in Salvador. I wish I was there, but maybe next year. So love to all of you, and thank you, Anna, for this opportunity.